first thing we are going to look at is perfect substitutes. So perfect substitutes when we say two goods are perfect substitutes if the consumer is willing to substitute one good for the other at a constant rate. So the rate of substitution is always constant. That is, you are willing to substitute some x amounts of good, some n amounts of good one with m amounts of good two. So, for example, let's say good x is 1 liter Bisleri, and good y is half is 1 liter Aquafina. Okay, so you have two goods, 1 liter Bisleri and 1 liter Aquafina. Now what you care about is total amount of water. So your utility function is just total amount of water in liters, so that is x plus y. Okay, so your utility level is only concerns what is the total amount of water that you can get. So if you look at the shape of the utility function in this situation, so when we are drawing shapes, what we'll assume is, let's say you talk about some random utility number, let's say utility level of 4. So what is the shape for utility level 4? So utility level 4 means x plus y must be equal to 4. Okay, so x plus y is equals to 4. Now how do I plot lines? So if you want to plot a line y equals to mx plus c, then the line will pass from the point 0 comma c, because when x is 0, c become y value becomes equal to c, and it will have a slope of m. Okay, so the idea is to convert any equation into y equals to mx plus c format. So if you convert any equation into the y equals to mx plus c format, then you can just take the slope as m and the intercept value as c, and then you can construct the line. Yeah, so I'm not getting this equation. So y equals to mx plus c is a standard equation. So I'm always going to wait. My mic, so you can speak up if you have. You can start your mic if you have any doubt, so that you won't have to type. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm saying that every time you need to convert the equation of the line into y equals to mx plus c format. For example, if this is the equation of the line that I want to plot, convert it into y equals to minus 1x plus 4. Okay, so I can just take this x on this side, this will be minus x plus 4. So this becomes y equals to minus 1x plus 4. So in this equation, if I compare this equation with this equation, I'll get m to be equal to minus 1, and I'll get c to be equal to 4. What this means is that when you are constructing your Cartesian plane, when you are drawing your Cartesian plane, let's say I draw the entire Cartesian plane. Okay, so in this Cartesian plane, this line will be passing from the point 0 comma 4, so 4 on the y-axis, and slope of minus 1. So minus 1 slope will look like this. Uh, okay, this is a negatively slope minus 1, so it's going to be 45 degrees here. So minus 1 slope is 45 degrees. So passing from the point 0 comma 4 and with the slope minus 1. So this is the line x plus y equals to 4. Hmm? So x plus y equals to 4 is seems like a very simple line, but you can solve, you can get the equation of any line like this format. For example, I give you the equation of the line as 32x plus 15y equals to 79. Suppose I want to plot the equation of this line. So first of all, I'll want to convert into y equals to mx plus c format. So I just need y on one side. So what I'll convert this into is 15y equals to minus 32x plus 79. So y equals to minus 32 by 15x plus 79 by 15. Okay, so this is your m value and this is your c value. So the slope is minus 32 by 15, and c is what we call as the y-intercept. So y-intercept is 79 by 15. So this is your point, let's say 79 by 15. From here you will have a slope m is approximately 2, so it will be slightly steeper than the previous line. So it will look like this. Okay, so it will look like this. This will be the equation of the line 32x plus 15y equals to 79. So you need to be able to plot lines. So in the initial days, always try to convert any equation of line that you observe into y equals to mx plus c format. Try to remember this thing, y equals to mx plus c, convert it into y equals to mx plus c, and then you can just plot it on your Cartesian plane. It is possible that sometimes you'll get positively sloped lines as well. So if this m value is positive, if here we are getting it negative, so we are drawing a downward sloping line. If you get it positive, you draw an upward sloping line. So that's how you get equations of lines. So I hope your doubt is solved, Kiran. I'm waiting for you. Okay, all right. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that's how you plot the indifference curve for perfect substitutes. Now, so this is what the ICs will look like. This is for let's say utility level 4, this is utility level 3, 2, 1, 0.5 and so on. So you will have different ICs corresponding to different utility levels, but the important thing is they are all going to be parallel to each other. Okay, so for example, I am willing suppose there are goods x and y. Okay, I give alpha weight to good x and beta weight to good y. Okay, so what is the meaning of weight? So suppose good x is 1 liter Aquafina bottle and good y is 2 liter Bisleri bottle. Okay, so in this situation, 1 unit of good y is twice as valuable as 2 units of good x, because 1 unit of good y gives me 2 liters of water, which is equivalent to what 2 bottles of good x will give me. So in this case, your utility function will be 2 times y plus 1 times x. So 2 is the weight on y and 1 is the weight on x. So you're just multiplying the weights with the individual goods. So this becomes your utility function, because your motive is to calculate the total amount of water. Total amount of water is going to be 2 times Bisleri bottles plus 1 times Aquafina bottle. One Aquafina bottle contains just 1 liter of water, whereas one Bisleri bottle contains 2 liters of water. So total amount of water that you have is 2 into number of Bisleri bottles plus 1 into number of Aquafina bottles. So that's why the total amount of water, which is directly proportional to utility function, is 2y plus 1x.